Hello, this is Razor Shark Gaming. Welcome back to another video on my channel. This is Poppy Playtime, chapters 1 through 4, no deaths. So, this is definitely the most edited video I've ever done on this channel. And I'm currently doing this all by myself. And you'll probably hear a lot of the same commentary stuff in the chapter 2 as well. I also did cut out a bunch of parts of the game to make it less long and annoying. So chapter 1 is only around 3 minutes in this video. A lot of it's just skipping through long puzzles that I messed up that I should not have messed up on. And there are a lot of things I also just skipped. There's only one point in this game where you can technically die. And it's probably the easiest thing to beat. So, I left in the whole chase sequence to prove that I did not die. Today, well, this video is being recorded third out of the 4 chapters. For some reason, I decided to delete the original footage, so I had to re-record this and re-edit it as the same night as I recorded the chapter 3 content. So I did complete chapters 3 today, and I'm planning on doing 4 tomorrow and editing that, and I have to do the voiceover for chapter 3 and 4 as well. And if you do like this type of editing thing I've done with this video, please comment down below if you like it or if I should change anything, and also if you want me to like try different music that's not copyright. I will only be doing the Share Factory audios so I don't get copyrighted. So this quiet music you're hearing in the background is a non-copyright thing. And I'm also just speed running through this chase because I did not feel like spending more time than I had to. So chapter 1 is the easiest chapter you can play, obviously, and we are going to head to chapter 2 in a second. It's just these long hallways that are annoying. And we are about to pick up right where we left off. Okay, in this video, this is chapter 2 of the No Death Poppy Playtime, and I'm currently doing the commentary for it. So, we are currently just loading into the game. So, we're loading in. Cut out a lot of the long parts of this so you didn't have to wait too much. I did not cut this part out because it's not too long, and each puzzle I put in except for a couple that were just irritating and that I messed up. So Poppy just talks and talks and talks because she thinks we're listening, but we don't care. Once she goes through this vent, we go over to the vent we came in, and then we grab this, and we go up. And we get to this place, go. Now we have the green hand, and we are in musical memory. This next part is just while we are just waiting for me to finish musical memory, how about you guys like and subscribe? It'd be very well appreciated because a couple misses there. I hate the turning in chapter 2. That's the exact reason why. A lot of these things I'm just doing some shortcuts while there is stuff going on. Like I pulled that vent open because it's just a shortcut thing that I could do just because. And we get the code. And now we forgot about that part. So, yeah. So now should just be smooth sailing from here. I did leave in most of the main mini games because a bunch of the small mini games or puzzles are not that they're not that entertaining. Like I put in this one because it's a short one and it didn't. I've been taking a lot of time to learn how to edit this, especially on Share Factory. It takes a while, and if you noticed, I put in some music in the video as well. It's just very quiet though. You might not be able to hear it over the gameplay, but I'll probably change it while editing this. I'm editing the commentary before finishing the whole thing, just so I can get it out of the way. But if you like this type of content, comment down below what games you'd want to see next and what challenges I should do for those games, because we're going up here. PlayStation. So that's the reason why. And I don't know why it's not just 90 minutes, but I'm guaranteeing that I will be cutting out a lot of stuff in chapter 3 and 4, because I have to put all of these in one project thing on Share Factory, so it combines them all, and then I'll post it to YouTube, which is why you're watching it now. And yeah. So now we are at statues from that part. I cut out a lot there. So this chapter 2 portion of the video is 24 minutes. The last chapter 1 was 5 minutes. So I have about, I'd say, 50 minutes of recording space still left around. So I did have to cut out a lot, but it won't be too bad. So now it's just statues, and I cut out another big portion, which is just a bunch of hallways. So after statues, it's just like the long hallways where you go up the holes and all that. So I cut that part out, and it should just be the water treatment plant next. And also, if you're watching this part, please consider watching my my chapter 5 video when it comes out. I have not played it yet as of recording this video, which is the March 1st of 2026. Poppy Playtime chapter 5 came out February 18th, but not on PlayStation. So I'm waiting for it to release on PlayStation so I can play it. And so far, the only spoilers I've seen are the purple hair lady or whatever, and how the prototype looks. So I haven't seen much about it. And tell me if you guys like this, this whatever it's called, these transition things, because I'm still learning how to use this, and I'd really appreciate some feedback, because a lot of this is new to me. I just found out how to do this. I've been trying to figure out how to do this for a long time, because I always, I'd say, do boring videos, because a lot of my videos are unedited, except for one video which was edited by my friend because he wanted to be my editor because he could. And he edited a chapter 1 of Poppy Playtime video, and he did a pretty good job, but I don't want to burden him with a bunch of footage that I'm just recording because I can. Like, he has his own stuff on his plate. He's going through some things, and we all are, but I just don't want to put more pressure than he needs. So tell me how but it doesn't matter too much. Now I remember what I cut out. I go into this vent. Did it? I don't know if it worked. It might have bugged. Because it says there's a transition on the video track and it didn't work. And I also did cut out a long walking section of this at the start, and the rest of the chase should still be in it. Gotta cut it here. It goes down to the first part, do the thing, and then a lot of chase happens. I'll turn off my mic and I'll just let this happen. Start of the game, whenever you see the Mommy Long Legs videotape about her toy thing, it actually shows that she is weak to fire. Like, she will melt easily. That's why she doesn't go near the furnace, because she is afraid of fire. Another thing, I don't know why we didn't use fire as the way to kill Mommy Longlegs and we used a grinder instead, but I guess it's just lore, so the prototype could collect part of Mommy Longlegs. And now we just have the chase part. The chase part is just same thing every time. It's kind of tedious how many times you have to turn around and like do swings and stuff. Especially with the turning speed, it's annoying how slow you turn. Like, compared to the other 3 games, it's annoying. And they also did it so if you miss the thing, it just auto locks onto the hook, because a lot of people die at this section. I almost messed up here too, because I satisfying to see this character die, because she is not a good character. It's annoying. She's annoying. I don't like her. She's probably my least favorite Poppy Playtime character. And then it's Poppy, and then it's Kissy Missy, and yeah, basically all the smiling critters and stuff like that. I let it go for a little bit, but yeah. And that is the end of chapter 2, and now it is chapter 3 time. Hello, this is chapter not 4, chapter 3. This is my third attempt at recording the commentary because I keep messing up and I keep repeating myself a lot. But in my opinion, this is the scariest chapter out of the ones I've played so far. And this is as a person who has not played chapter 5 yet, so I have no idea. And also comment down below if you like this editing style I'm trying out. Like, actually editing for once is a big improvement for me. But also, like, I want feedback. Is this type of editing style good? Is this normal? Does this help you guys want to watch the videos longer? I'm just curious because I'm still learning how to edit on this thing, and this is a pretty big project for a first time editor. So just give me any feedback in the comments. But also, back to what I was saying, chapter 3 in my opinion is the scariest out of the first 4 games. First of all, because there was a big time gap between chapters 2 and 3, which means they had a lot more time to make it a good game. Unlike chapter 4, I did really like chapter 4, and chapter 4 I'd say is more lore based, but also the fact that chapter 4 had a lot of glitches and it seemed really rushed in my opinion, because it only took them a year, I believe, to create chapter 4 after chapter 3. And I'm pretty sure they did the same thing with chapter 5, which kind of makes sense because I'm hearing that chapter 5 is also very glitchy, just like how chapter 4 was on a release. So I'm hoping by the time chapter 5 releases on PlayStation that it will be very glitch free, because that's kind of how it was with chapter 4. And I would watch a lot of chapter 4 videos and there were a lot of glitches that happened with people who were just playing normally. And one of my friends at school told me that they watched a playthrough so they could like give me some feedback, because I asked them to, and they're really good at like finding videos like that. And they said that there was this guy who soft locked at least 4 times in one spot. So I'm not too excited about that part, but hopefully that the time that it takes to make a PS5 version will be enough time to also solve glitches. But I also can't imagine experiencing a brand new game you've been waiting for over a year, and it's always really glitchy, and it's just horrible playthrough because it's just glitches and glitches, and you can't experience it for its full potential that you were hoping it was like. Just like a lot of games that happened, like a lot of games that flopped. Like some Call of Duty games nowadays are flopping, I feel like. A lot of people still buy them, but the thing is, Call of Duty, it's like not too good anymore. Like Fortnite is now desperate, I feel like, because they're just putting cosmetics in all the time. I deleted Fortnite now because of how annoying it was to just try to play and then I get hit with like 50 pop-up ads about new skins and emotes and all that, and I just didn't care anymore. So I stopped playing, and I've been getting more into horror stuff like this, and it's really fun. I've always been into horror, but now this is like getting like to a good point. I feel like horror is slowly getting cooler because, first of all, VR, virtual reality, is literally only evolving now, and you can make horror VR games. Those are really fun, like Five Nights at Freddy's VR. And then there's other games that are very realistic, like every time you talk into your microphone, the monsters can hear you or something. So people are getting more and more creative as time goes on, which helps a lot with the horror aspect. Like this chase right here, I feel like no one really, I feel like they did get this from the movie, I forget what it's called, but it's the white girl, the girl in the white dress and the black hair, and she climbs out of the TV. That's kind of like how this is, but it proves that horror is very crazy when it comes to this kind of thing. I'm pretty sure like what I'm saying is just getting like gibberish now, but yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. I just have a hard time with words sometimes, but you guys know what I mean. Horror is only evolving. These games are only evolving, and it's a great thing, and I love horror games, and it's starting to become my most favorite type of game now. It used to be shooters and stuff like that, but then it started to get boring because it's the same things over and over, and then it was just a bunch of sweats get going pro, and then you would go into casual lobbies just to have a nice time, and then there'd be like multiple sweats ruining the game for you because you're just trying to relax. So now horror is my escape, kind of, even though it's scary. It's a fun scary. And I just really hope that when Chapter 5 comes out on PlayStation, it won't be that glitchy. And I also hope that that all the glitches get fixed. Like the main glitches in Chapter 5. I don't know what section gets you soft locked, because I have not seen any gameplay whatsoever on Chapter 5, and I'm really curious to play, like, to see what Chapter 5 is like, but I really hope the glitches get fixed by the time it comes out. But anyways, you'll see that I cut out a lot of things in this, like that big time skip. That skipped the whole school sequence, mostly because I forgot to record the school sequence. And it was really annoying when I figured it out, because I looked at my recording thing and it said I wasn't recording after I beat, who was it? Miss the Light. And I was so irritated. I didn't die, luckily. But also, it was just irritating because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna record the final, like, chase thing, and then I will, like, be happy with that, because I didn't want to go through, like, the whole puzzle thing at the start, right before the actual chase. But then I completely forgot to do it because I was over... Oh, sorry, I'm yawning, but because I didn't want you guys to have to sit through that whole puzzle thing. Like these moments, you can just see me messing up these grabs because I'm trying to finish the thing early. I just sit here for a solid like 10 seconds trying to get this, and it was really annoying at the time, but it's kind of funny. Like, I've hit some of these secrets, like, I've hit some of these early puzzle things, like, multiple times, but today was just not my day. I was really tired. I was doing a bunch of yard work. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of yard work, and now I'm currently editing this at around 10 p.m. at night. For you guys, and yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it at 10 p.m. at night, and I also have to record chapter 4 tomorrow, and then I have to edit chapter 4 basically the same way I did this, and I have to make sure all these 4 chapters combined are less than 80 minutes, because that's all this editing software will handle. As you can see, I skipped a huge bit there. I skipped the whole playhouse section with the smiling critters because it was just a long process, and I kept almost messing up, and I would get like really close to being killed, but then I would be fine. And it was just really irritating because I kept getting lost in the place, and there was no way I was showing that whole thing. So I just decided to cut all that out, and now I'm just showing the Dog Day chase because this was probably the most entertaining part of that whole place. And there's also another big cut you'll see in a second. Well, not in a second, maybe like a minute or two. But yeah. Sure. I keep yawning because I'm tired. Because I keep deciding to edit late in the night. And I don't know why I keep doing it, but it just always happens. And now should be like the times where you can't hear the voices. If you heard the voices earlier in the game and now you can't, it's because that I turned off voices. And there are also just some of these dumb moments where I try to open this door right here, and it's not the right door, it's the door on the other side. And it's just because I get confused, because I don't know why they had 2 doors on it. And I did this is the counselor section. I did cut out some more puzzle parts. I can't remember exactly what I did, but also what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyways, you'll see a big skip here, and it's just me heading down this hallway. You'll see a lot of times my game will freeze, and I have no idea why that happened. It just my game kept freezing, and every time it did, I would get like really annoyed because I would be sitting there for a bit, and I'd be like, okay, now I have to check my recording thing to see if I'm doing okay. And sometimes I wouldn't be recording, so I'd have to reload that section so I can record it. But yeah. And a lot of these long parts of the game are just walking. And I did cut out the whole catnap boss fight except for the end where you shoot him with the thing, because it's just a long thing that no one wants to see. I don't know why I didn't cut out these long walking things in this vent. I should have cut this out. I probably will cut this out. Who am I kidding? No, I won't. But it doesn't matter. This is about to be a transition, so. Anyways, so you might be wondering if what's happening, if you are hearing a microphone like static. That is my microphone. I don't know what happened, but I'm just like, my mic is just like this now, and it's kind of irritating, but yeah. I also didn't cut out this jump scare part, this catnap jump scare, because I did want this to be in, and I'm hoping that this transition looks good. Like, I just did it so it skipped the whole dream sequence, and I did start recording at this point because I wanted to like do the cool effect with Catnap's voice thing, but then I remembered that I turned off voices. Yeah. So I also did cut out like that whole part where you had to go to the elevator where your Poppy was and all that, because I messed up a couple times. I tried that transition, so it'd like explode and then Catnap die. Yeah. Sorry if the explosion was loud. So, yeah. Catnap just dies right here. I forgot how long this was. There we go. He's dead now. Bye bye. Hello everyone, this is chapter 4 of the Poppy Playtime No Death run. As you can see, there's gonna be a lot of cuts in this. I had to trim down around an hour footage down to 24 minutes. So that's actually pretty impressive, but you'll see a lot of these comic book type transitions. Still trying to figure out which transitions are best. In chapter 3 you could see there was a lot of dissolve ones, and in this chapter there's a bunch of comic ones. Only comic ones actually. And I had some spare amount of time I could put into the video, so I did leave in some big sections like this section where you get attacked. There's the other section where it's the Doctor Boss fight, and then the third big one was I forgot what he's called, like the name of the character. It's that black sheep guy. You'll probably see him at least once during this section right here. And if I sound a little weird, it's because I decided to postpone editing this video until spring break, and now I'm sick. I got sick the first day of spring break, which was really annoying. Luckily I'm feeling better though. But comment down below if you think this editing style is worth it, like it's worth the time and effort, and if you like seeing this type of editing, I'll do more of it if I can. But this is also the point in time where I'm no longer Razor Shark. So you'll hear me say Razor Shark in the earlier points in the video, but now I'm the Shark After Dark YouTube channel, not the Razor Shark channel. Because I just was thinking about all of YouTube and all that, and like how I'm making my channel, it's gonna tear itself down eventually with the way I'm doing it. So I decided to focus on one subject, which was horror. So this is my first big video, like, and edited video that I've done myself as Shark After Dark. So I'm not too good at editing, and comment down below what games I should play. Preferably free horror games. Like if you have any horror VR game ideas that are free, that's good. And if you have any free like console games, PS5 specifically, if you have any free games like that, just comment them down below and I might try it out. I'm still trying to figure out when chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime will come out on PlayStation, because so far I have not seen any spoilers on chapter 5 except for seeing the Lily Lovebraid's character and the prototype body character, like seeing his whole body and all that. I've seen those, but nothing else. So I'm really excited to play the game. I've probably said that in the last 2 parts of the video, chapter 2 and 3, and probably 5 as well, but I mean 4, no, 1, my fault. I can't speak today. So I did leave in some long parts because I feel like there's a lot of dialogue in this. This is like the only big dialogue thing I left in, except for like the doughy thing at the end where he goes from normal to crazy doughy. But yeah, so far that's basically all that's here.
that's long, and I don't really have much to talk about in this. So I guess we can just sit here. Yarnaby tries to scare us, but he's not that scary because he's just a big softy, except for his flesh-eating mouth. So that's weird. But yeah, I saw a video about someone who tried to make a YouTube channel, and what they were doing was they got really successful, but when it got to the time of them like blowing up and all that, they were posting this one type of content that made them blow up, but they were also adding in stuff that didn't need to be put in their channel. So they were slowly digging their own grave, and I wanted to learn from them so I could, you know, like grow, because I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years now, and I know YouTube takes time to get successful, but like YouTube, for me, it's my dream job, but also like it's cool knowing I could do the things I love and get paid for it, but also make people laugh and make people stays better and all that. So I really want to do this, and at the recording of this video and all that, I have 98 subscribers, and some videos do blow up, and one I've noticed that keeps getting views even after like it's been almost a year since I posted it. It got like 700 more views like within the last month or so. So that was a shock, but I need to tell you guys something. So if you are watching this point, thank you for watching. But I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing with my channel. So I'm going to try and make more edited content like this specifically. And also for live streams, it might be less live streams, but everything is going to be horror related except for shorts. YouTube shorts are probably going to be like food related. Like if you go to my channel as of the posting of this video, it'll show that I've posted 2 videos recently that are food related, and they've gotten pretty good. But I've also learned that you should use hashtags when you post shorts so they get more views. So I learned that. But I'm also gonna try to put hashtags in the description and see how it plans out. Not entirely sure how it's gonna work out. And there's a lot of moments in this video where you'll just see my grab pack miss completely. Like that small gear, it just missed like a bunch. For some reason, whenever you aim at something, it just goes like right over it. Sometimes it just goes right past it. But one type of video I'm planning on making is a VR horror thing, like a actual good VR horror video, because I'm trying to ask for a Quest 3 for my birthday and like all that stuff. But I might make some car videos about my car, because I got a new car. Well, not new, this is my first car, so I might make YouTube shorts about that and all that. So yeah, but so shorts might be like basically just anything I feel like making. So about cars, about food, basically about anything I feel like. But videos and live streams are gonna just be horror games and all that. I'm going to try and make a Phasmophobia video, and I'm excited to do it. For some reason, whenever you record on the PlayStation, it doesn't record your mic well. Like, you're really quiet whenever you record your mic. So I'm currently in Share Factory Studio on the PlayStation, and I'm doing a voiceover for this. That's why I'm able to talk while playing and all that, and why it's also edited, because this is a voiceover. You see how my grab pack just missed all those times? That's how annoying this is. But it's just a part of the game now. I'm really hoping when Chapter 5 comes out on PlayStation 5 that it will show a lot of cool things. Well, all the bugs will be fixed or something, because a lot of bugs were in the release apparently. I'm gonna look up Poppy Playtime PS5. Okay, it says Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will release around mid-2026 apparently. So I'm guessing around June or July, which is close to my birthday, so I'm excited for that. I'll just ask for it for my birthday and all that, and then I'll make videos on it. So a lot of this is just running and all that stuff. It's just really kind of boring once you play it a lot, because you feel like, well, speaking from experience, I feel like I'm currently struggling to figure out what to talk about in this voiceover, because I've played these chapters over and over and over again, and I just don't understand. Well, sometimes I forget that not everyone has played these games a lot, so it's hard for me to talk about this stuff, as well as the fact that I have to talk for basically 25 minutes just knowing that I can't stop at any point, or I'll have to restart the whole voiceover thing. So a lot of this is just skipping big sections because I needed to fit all this within 80 minutes. So I'll just skip this whole gas section. What I did was what am I saying? All I did was put in the code before I got all the things. So I just knew what to put in, and I just skipped the whole section. So that was that. I did leave in this whole section, and I left in the doctor section, because obviously it's like a big boss fight, all that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, a lot of this is like, I remember doing it, it's just I don't know how to commentate on this. I need to learn commentary better, because every single time I make one of these videos I just like mess up commentary. I just don't know what to say. I'm just sitting there quietly or something. I'm currently just trying to figure out everything. Currently in life, I'm just trying to get to the point to where I can get a job and get my driver's license. Because once I can get my driver's license, I'll be able to start doing things. So my first goal is driver's license, but my second goal is well, my first goal, driver's license, second goal, job, and like fix my car as well, because there's oil leak and the struts on it are like messed up. So my dad's a mechanic, so luckily I have some leeway with that, and I'll be able to fix it pretty good, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. There's also apparently a bunch of hippies who lived in my car before we got it. It is a used car, but it was like, it smelled like smoke, and there were a bunch of hippie stickers on the rack where there's a rack on the top of it, and it just had a bunch of hippie stickers. So we got those off after cleaning my car. So that was basically the only downside. I feel like we just had some cleaning up to do, and also it doesn't have a radio, so that was annoying as well. But so far, have not driven it yet. I do have my permit and all that, but I don't feel like doing any of that right now. Anyways, like, comment down below what games I should play on my channel that are horror games. I know I said this earlier, but I just want to say it again. Because, like, I've played basically every Five Nights at Freddy's game known to man. I've played Security Breach, I played Help Wanted VR, and then Help Wanted 2 VR. And I played Secret of the Mimic, then I played Into the Pit. So, technically I've played every single game, if you count the VR versions of most of those games. The only, like, authentic version I've played of the, like, 1 through 5, I played FNAF 1 on PlayStation, and I played FNAF 4 on mobile, and I played Sister Location on mobile as well. So, not too good of an experience, but an experience in itself. So, I'd love to hear game recommendations. I've played games called Big Scary. It's a VR game. It's a horror gorilla tag game. So if you want me to make videos on that, I'd be willing to. Just any horror VR games are really good. And I played all the Poppy Playtimes except Chapter 5. So there's that. But I also can't remember what other games have I played. I played Phasmophobia. I should play more of that. Then there's, what else is there? So there's Big Scary, there's Five Nights at Freddy's VR, there's basically every Five Nights at Freddy's game. I played Bendy and the Ink Machine. I guess I could play Dark Revival if I wanted to, but I'd have to buy it. Don't feel like buying one of those right now though. Right now I'm kind of just focusing on real life, so this is probably gonna be my last video for a couple weeks. I just want to focus on school at the moment, because so far I was procrastinating a lot, so I just needed to get my life together. So I now have majority A's, which is really good, and then I have no missing assignments on any of my classes, so that's a good thing. And I'm on spring break currently, but I'm just waiting to get to my junior year, because my junior year I feel like will be a lot more fun than sophomore year, because sophomore year is atrocious right now. But yeah, still learning, still figuring out what to do in life, and hopefully I can just get a part-time job until I can put enough time and effort in to make it big on YouTube. Even like 1,000 subscribers would just be good to hear, good to see, because I heard a story of this guy who spent 10 years trying to make it on YouTube, and it took him 10 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. So that was like crazy, because back in like 2010, I think he said, he got 300,000 views on one video, and it still took him 10 years to make it 1,000 subscribers, which was insane to me that it took him that long. And I guess some people get luckier than others, and some people give up before they make it big, because most people just are expected to get things handed to them. So when it comes to things like YouTube and all that, and it takes like years to get to the point to where they think they'd get in a year, like they just give up. So what I heard, I watched a podcast today, and what it said was people overestimate what they'll make in a year, but underestimate what they'll get in 5 years. So that's usually what happens in YouTube. People think it would only take a year. Some people keep working, and after 5 years they get there, and they are happy they didn't give up. So it's just whatever it's called. It's perseverance. It's just perseverance. That's all it is. If you don't have it, you're not gonna make it. You need to just keep going and follow your dreams until the end, which I'm learning now that it'll be harder to do than I think, but I should keep going while I'm young as well. So yeah, it's just a matter of time, effort, and choices in life. So we are nearing the end of chapter 4, it seems now. Just killed Doey. Now there's a big skip here, and it's just Poppy at the end of the chat with Prototype, because I did not feel like putting in the whole like 5-minute talk or speech or whatever it is. I did not feel like listening to all that while recording this, because I've heard it like 100 times. So this is nearing the end of the Poppy Playtime chapters 1 through 4 no deaths run. So this is where Kissy Missy gets her arm torn off. So yeah, I cut it before it showed. So she still has her arm, guys. Trust, she still has her arms. But yeah, just recommend. I will completely redo the game. Well, no, I'll just do a chapter 5 one, because this took a lot longer than I expected. So I will see you all on the flip side. Peace.